welcome to Lit Bricks. My name is Mike, and today we will be lighting up Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. It's an awesome set. I can highly recommend it. All sorts of cool Easter eggs in here. The waterfall actually does function. You could probably put a motor to this too, have it do it on its own if you really wanted to. It is an awesome set. We will be lighting it up with a Light My Bricks kit, of course. They are the best in the business, and they're easier to use than anybody else now too, so gotta love that. I don't know what is all lit up in here yet. From the front of the picture, there's quite a few lights, but I'd imagine there's some things in here that I don't know about because I don't watch the little videos because I like to be surprised. So we'll get into it. I'll show you around the set, all the little cool things. The little doors open and stuff, and there's like where the Oompa Loompas hang out. It's really cool, actually. So let's get into it. All right, the Chocolate Factory. So first things first, this boat is awesome. Just like the one in the movie. And it's removable, which is nice. We're currently working on this guy right now. Bricklink set. Pretty cool. Mushroom Village. Oh, pretty awesome. We'll go great over here with this thing, actually. This guy. Well, you can't really see him all that well. There it is. We're going to try and fit the mushroom thing back here too, that little city that we're building, so we'll see how that goes. But let's check out Willy Wonka. Alright. So, got some Oompa Loompas. There is a secret door down here. Pretty cool. It's where the Loompas hang out. I'll turn this around in a second. I'm going to have to move all these guys anyway. We got all our ticket holders. Mikey TV, Veruca, old Charlie, Bucket, Charlie's grandpa, Augustus, Gloop, and Violet, who does turn into the gigantic blueberry. And there's one of my wife's hairs stuck in the set. Hilarious. There's good old Willy. Front is pretty self-explanatory. It's the scene from the movie where they first walk into the chocolate factory and see all the awesome stuff that you could eat, which is pretty cool. They did include the pipe where Augustus gets sucked up. That's right here. And the back, there's Mikey TV and the TV. There's the wheelbarrow they'll bring out the sugar in, I believe, or they might take Violet off in. This moves the waterfall. Down here's where the Oompa Loompas hang out. Some cool stuff in there. There's the lickable wallpaper. Oh, and this is all half stuff. So this is Willy Wonka's office. So everything in there is like a half sink. There's half a picture in there, half a chair. So it's pretty cool. I like it. It's an awesome set, cool display piece, but it'll look way cooler after it is lit up. So let's see what's in the box. Okay, let's check out what's in bag one. How many bags are there? 3 bags. Cool. Let's hope they go in order, which they probably should. Although at one time they didn't. All right, what do we got? Cool. Looks like, 6-port dock, 3-port dock, USB to USB-C connector. Oh boy, look at all this. Holy cow. All right. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. 50 centimeter belt. Looks like a large red light. That's cool. Large pink light. Gotta like that. Oh, there's a warm white. There's a large warm white. Yeah, that's not going to focus on there, is it? Another warm white. Oh, string light of sorts. That's cool. It's like a string light. That's awesome. Another string light. Oh boy, this thing is going to be lit up. All right, 30 centimeter belt, 15 centimeter belt. Another string. Oh my god. Warm white 30, large, a lot of large lights too. All right, another large. Cool. All right, let's see what's first. All right, remember what the set looked like before? So you got to take all this apart before we even put one light on, just so you know. And that's awesome. I always know whether or not everything's going to be hidden well or not based on how many things you have to take apart. So if they're taking all this off, that's there's going to be lots of hiding going on, which is awesome. So there should be. But there it is. That's what you got to take off first. And this lamp is the first thing we light up. Let's do it. First light in. I just had to replace this clear piece with, well, that was the one you replaced it with, actually, was the clear piece. It used to be this piece. But that looks pretty good. Wire is inside there, and it's going to be facing backwards, so you're not going to see any of that. Awesome. Got a large red light in here underneath the mushroom cap now. And we did the second lamp over here. That's done as well. Everything seems to just be running to the back. And we had to take off some more pieces from down here. Not surprised though. So, there we go. It's going to look pretty awesome when it's finished. That's for sure. All right, so the instructions call out for me to put this piece back on, this big piece, after I kind of took the wires in. But it had a wire laying across here, so I just took it off and hid it underneath all these. So now you won't see it at all. Now it's underneath all of this. It was just a few or more parts to take off. Just that one. So you could do that too if you wanted. Alright, so the instructions, again, kind of just have you going over this. Check this out. So it's kind of hard to see, but the wires are like laying on top here, but look, you can just pop this piece off and put everything underneath. Or maybe that's what's going to happen. I don't know. Either way, that pinch point that they had coming out the side, I was not comfortable with, so I'm not doing that. I'm going to peel up the rest of this floor. It wasn't that hard, and the wires will still come out the back, because I think this dock's going to go back here anyway. So if it doesn't work, I guess I'm stupid, but I'm going this route. All right, so I guess I get this a little bit more. They didn't put it underneath this bottom one because it was going to go underneath this, but you would still see it. So again, not sure why, but this I think looks better. And this is now out the back with no wires on top. And I'm probably just going to peel up this one and do the same thing with that too. So they wanted me to do the same thing with this one. Take this piece back off and then run them out the side here and then back around, which I'm not doing that. So I peeled this off, everything's coming out the back. Not going to say anything. But I think most of this walkway might cover up a lot of what is here right now, which is why they decided to run it the way they did, but I don't know. This way I think looks better. Alright, check that out. So underneath every one of these little daisy things is a light, this string light. There's 6 of them on here, so that's pretty awesome, I gotta say. And I just realized that these other ones over here, this is a 9 light. There's another 6. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, those are little too. Alright. Interesting. So, pretty cool. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Lighting this up was not easy. So, every one of these little balls has a light in it now. And it was one of those sequence strings, one of these. Pain in the butt. And they had the wire kind of running just kind of weird on the side, so I tucked it inside the tree and ran it out the bottom so there's no slack. And it should connect to this board right here perfectly fine. So that was a pain. It's probably, I don't know, that's not easy. Pretty tedious, but it's going to look awesome. I tested these all look great. All right, first lesson learned. So I could still probably run all but one of these the way that I did. One of them is going to be too short. This board needs to be plugged in over here. This dock just needs to go over here. So this one wire I'm going to have to move, which is fine. I'm leaving the other ones underneath. And actually, I might not even have to move that. I just need a little bit of slack so I can stick it down a couple nubs back here. Other than that, everything else is fine. But this is why they had them all run into that side, which makes sense now. But it didn't thin. All right, that's bag one. Well, almost. There's no, not all bag one. I lied, but that's all that stuff. It's done. So now there's a 15 centimeter cable, connecting cable that's going to go to another dock, I'm assuming, and there's a 50 coming off for power. Everything works. I checked it, and yeah, so I'm assuming I'm going to put the road back in, and this section's going to be done with. So cool. This is the first time I've got one of these little things to work. Usually they just keep fly open, but if you get them in there right and you get the wires flat enough, they work pretty good. So that awesome 9 light string light is right here. We borrowed some leaves from the front and some colored studs from some places, and there's a light underneath every one of these now, and that's going to look pretty awesome. And we're almost on to bag 2. This is a lot of lights for bag 1, I gotta say. This thing has a lot of lights. That is awesome. So I'm going to plug these in and test them out, make sure they all work, and then we'll move on. So check this out. Whoops. There's something weird going on here. I have this piece. See this? You can't really see this. This dock right now, my dock, my current dock, has 2 things plugged into it. In the instructions, I have to hook up the lights here to this board, this dock. I run it underneath the bridge. I have to lift it back up again, which I did. The wires are right here. But then all of a sudden, in the instructions, there's a second plug for a light string that doesn't exist. But weirdly, I have an extra large warm white light that was in bag 1. And I'm technically done now and going to bag 2. So I don't know where this light goes. It might go with bag 2. I'm not sure. But either way, an extra plug shows up here from a light that doesn't exist. So I don't know what to do about that exactly. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to open bag 2. Everything here seems fine. It's just strange. The instructions have a random wire coming from somewhere, and that doesn't exist. So whatever. Either way, yeah, see, it's right here. Shows 2 things plugged in, and there's not. There's 1 thing plugged in. The 2 cables and then the 1 light, which is really weird. So I guess I'll see. I went back through the instructions to look for this other light. It does not exist. And now we are on to bag 2. So, all right. I guess I'm just going to go to bag 2 and see what happens. Because this light, whatever's plugged into this thing here, does not exist. I don't know. It's really weird. Whatever. Let's move on. What's going on over here? Oh boy. Did you find a pickle? Good job. Okay, bag 2. Let's see what we got. All kinds of goodies. We got 3-port dock. Second 3-port dock. Warm white, large warm white 15. Regular warm white 30. Here's another warm white large. Here's a belt, 30 centimeter belt, and a 15 centimeter belt, and then looks like some spotlighting stuff. And I still don't know where this goes. Right. So that 30 centimeter belt that was over on this side is now connected to a 3-port dock and run underneath for whatever's coming up next. Light My Bricks did get back to me about the instructions, and they're looking into it, so that's good, because whatever. It was missing, so that's cool. And you had to take a lot apart to get to this, which is fine. And this piece now is going to be obsolete, because this is where the dock is sitting. And it looks pretty good, so let's see what's next. Okay, so the next light is just a ceiling light underneath here, shining down on the Oompa Loompa. Actually, it's not really the Oompa Loompa area. It's the secret door where the Oompa Loompas come out, but it's actually the lickable wallpaper and Willy Wonka's half office and the contract with the tiny print. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so I just opened the last bag because that's what I thought was next, but apparently you need another warm white large 30 centimeter that went into this gobstopper that was in their video and was the extra light, or the extra plug that was plugged in here that was mysterious. So I added it to this according to the video on their website, and now I don't have the large warm white 30 that goes in this spotlight. So not only are the instructions wrong, but I added a light where apparently there wasn't supposed to be one, because this is a large warm white 30 that I could use now. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. There was a mysterious new light, which was this according to their video, but now I need this light because I don't have a large warm white 30 left anywhere. So that's awesome. And I'm not going to bother contacting them to get a large warm white light. It's going to take weeks. So I guess I don't know. I guess I'll pull it out of this thing that was lit up according to their video and the extra wire that was plugged into this and put it into the spotlight. Or I'll use one of my own lights. Either way, something's wrong and it's not my fault. So awesome. All right, so I actually had not a large, but a regular warm white 30 centimeter that I'm just going to use because I'm not willing to take apart this, because according to their video, this should be lit up, and I had an extra light in bag 1 that should not be a part of bag 2. So I don't know what's going on, but something's wrong, and I don't think I've messed anything up. So I'm just going to use one of my own lights up here. So I don't know, whoever buys this kit and builds it themselves, they're going to have their own problems. They can contact Light My Bricks and they can figure it out. But I'm not willing to wait for a light, and I've already contacted them about this being wrong. So whatever, it is what it is. We'll move on. I'm sure the regular light will be just fine. It'd probably be better if it was a large one, like it should be, but whatever. I'm not willing to wait to get the light. So I'll use one of my own, and it's going to be fine. I'm not even going to bother contacting them about this. Somebody else will figure it out and contact them. So good luck, whoever buys the Willy Wonka light kit. I don't know what's going on here. So these instructions clearly show some weird space in between here and here. It's like they're missing one of these 2s that's not necessary. So I don't know what's up with that either. Are they using AI to make their instructions or something? I don't know, but this isn't right. Or, I mean, this isn't right. They're missing a piece here. So, I don't know. It is what it is. This is what it's supposed to look like, though. And the wire's hidden back here. So, I guess we'll move on from here. All right, got our next dock in. 3-port dock. Again, if you build this kit, be aware there's stuff wrong with it. So, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, but you're going to be missing a light. Or you're going to wonder why there's a secret light plugged into this that doesn't appear anywhere in the instructions, and then you watch the video and then this is lit up, but then you're missing a large warm white light that goes up here. So, I don't know. Whatever. Either way, here's the dock down here. This is done. On to the next few lights. I can't wait to finish this up because I'm kind of perturbed. All right, now we're going to light up another tree with the string light, I'm assuming. Yeah, string light. These trees are a pain to light up. I'm not going to lie. The other one was a nightmare. So be ready for that. I just realized, because I was kind of upset about the missing light and the wrong instructions, or whatever. I could be completely wrong about this, but I don't think I am. I forgot to go over bag 3. So we got a Astro Large red. We have an Astro Large. I really don't know what 015 is. Interesting. Oh, 15 centimeter. I'm stupid. But what's O? Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I guess I should hold it in front of the camera. Yeah, I don't know what O is. Orange! Oh, I know what orange is. Okay. 15 large orange. 3 of those. A pink. We got a 15 pink large. 2 of those. Another red. 15. Another orange. White. And another red. So that's pretty cool. And again, I'm not even pointing this thing at the right way. I don't know what's going on anymore. I should stop making these videos. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And a couple of docks. So 6 port docks. And a 30 centimeter belt. I'm assuming to connect these docks. Oh, and the sequence light. Sorry. Well, it's not a sequence. It's a string light. Which is going in these trees. Which is, again, if you do this, have fun. Because that's not easy. But let's continue on. Bag 3. Last bag. So we should be done shortly. There's a lot of lights in here, which is going to look awesome. So let's do this. Tree is done. And it wasn't as bad as the first one because I figured out a good way to hold. It's just the way you have to hold this thing to make sure you get the light underneath the little ball and have enough pressure to push it down without making everything fly off. There's a technique to it. Once you figure it out, it's not too bad. So I'm going to quit complaining about that. But I am going to complain about this. So again, instructions. They don't run this through here, and I don't know why. So I do, because I don't want to see this wire, and now it's against the tree where it should be. So I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to run it through there, and I suggest you do the same. All right, now we got this side taken apart. Here's all the little components that you have to remove, which is a lot, everything. These printed pieces are awesome, by the way. These little printed pieces, these are cool. And these are awesome too. So I'm pretty sure all of these are going to be lit up. I got one orange light in here now, large orange, so that's going to be awesome. And I believe they're going to be connected by this 15 centimeter cable that's been run from the back. So yeah, it'll look pretty cool. Well, there's a blizzard going on outside of my house right now. I don't know if you can hear that wind or not, but yeah, it's crazy. So winter's finally here. Yay! All right, so I will suggest that you run the wire through the little eyelet at the bottom of this piece because it'll hold the wire tighter to the side of the gold piece, and that's not in the instructions. So I did it with the other one as well. I think it looks better. You can be it's my opinion, honestly, so you can be the judge of that, but I would suggest doing this because it wasn't done. So yep, put it through the eyelet. Okay, so I'm going to say something again. I feel like this whole video I'm just making fun, or not really making fun, but just being critical of Light My Bricks. But there was something wrong with the instructions, and it ended up causing me whatever, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing a light. Either way, these are all lit up now, and they wanted you to run all 4 of these wires just underneath this nub, which wouldn't have worked. So I lifted up the whole thing and put it underneath all of them. So it looks like that now. I would suggest that. I'm assuming this is going to work out better than the alternative. I don't even think the thing would have stayed on here if I put all those wires underneath this. So again, I'm going to suggest that you run them underneath the plate instead. All right, so we are done, folks. Pink light in here, orange light in there, just like these two. And here is the dock. This is lit up now. This is lit up now. There's the dock for those lights. And it's actually was pretty tedious, I gotta say. This whole set was kind of tedious. So now I'm just about to put the chocolate waterfall back in and button it up and show you what it looks like in the dark. I have tested it. Everything works. I had to because there's some pinch points that I was concerned about, but it all worked out fine. It looks great, honestly. So let's button it up and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, folks, we are all done. Everything works. It looks awesome. Look at this pile of pieces you have left. And this kind of stuff I don't mind, but I kind of do because I'm not planning on dying with these sets. So I will eventually sell all this Lego, and I have all the boxes and the instructions, which means I need to make another bag labeled whatever for Willy Wonka and make sure these parts stay with this set, because I don't think I'll sell it built with the lights on it. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. Either way, I got to keep these parts. That's the point of this. It is nice sometimes when you don't have any, but I could put these all in places, which I might. These little chocolate turds, I'll probably end up sticking somewhere. I'll put as many of these back on as I can, but I normally will make up a baggie with a label on it to indicate which set they go to. But either way, we're done now. Let me put the minifigures back in, and we'll see what she looks like in the dark. I'd imagine it's going to be amazing. Everything's all buttoned up. It looks nice. It looks really good, actually. Other than the one little snafu. And I did reach out. They got back to me. They're looking into it. I didn't let them know that because of me looking into why there was something plugged into this port mysteriously without there showing a light, and then me looking into the video and noticing that the gobstopper was lit up, then me using the light, and then in bag 2, that's probably where the light was supposed to be, because it was a spotlight for this. So then I didn't have that spotlight because I already used the light for down here, because I thought that's where it was supposed to go based on the mysterious cord that was plugged in. I know it sounds like a lot, but I had a light that I used. It's not a large. It should still serve the purpose, hopefully. So whatever. Let's get the guys on and look at this thing. All right, let's check this thing out. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty amazing, actually. It looks great. So, I mean, this does provide enough light. I would swap that out and put it down there, but it would be too much of a pain, so I'm not doing it. But this does look great. Very, very lit up. Very colorful. It's awesome. Every flower behind him is lit up. That's cool. The lamp posts are all lit up. That's cool. Wow. Looks great. Good job, Let My Bricks. Looks awesome. I mean, I should know better, but you always do a good job. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so I do have a shelf spot for it, and I will put it up there. And then we'll see what it looks like. It's pretty awesome, though, I gotta say. Oompa Loompas. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Awesome. All right. There's the shelf. Looks pretty awesome. All of this is subject to be moved at some point. I try to keep the shelves coherent. Like there's space shelf, and then there's like movie and TV and video game shelf. Or 2 shelves, actually, for that. And then Harry Potter, which we've had that conversation, might go bye-bye. So I need to light up this guy. The Balrog. And this looks awesome, so that's cool. And I don't know if I'm going to put lights on Da Vinci's flying machine. I don't think it needs lights because it's a flying machine. I wanted to hang it from the ceiling, to be honest, and I still might do that. Indiana Jones. Yeah, looks pretty good. Now I just need Goonie lights to come out. Goonies, that's right there. I did have endurance lights ordered, but then I took them out of the bag and got some lights for the Italian Riviera instead, because it was a modular and is more important because this is all needs to be lit up. So, but either way, Willy Wonka looks awesome. So let's finish this up. Well, that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like, that'd be great. Subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And I actually did order a lot of lights. So I got lights coming. I got 2 kits coming for specific builds here. And then I got a lot of DIY lights for 3 different sets, 4 different sets. So I'll have lots of cool stuff to light up here pretty soon. That shows up Saturday. And oh, I got Arkham Asylum as well because I went up to the Lego store for Insiders Weekend. Got a bunch of points, and I paid half for Arkham Asylum. Now I got to get the lights, which I just spent a bunch of money on lights. So I'm going to wait. I'll get them eventually. Either way, till next time, folks, have a great day.